Graham said it best. Bless your hearts. Stepping in the studio, the mic in my hand. Casey dropping hot takes. Nick got a master plan. Damien laughing loud. Tommy looking like a don. We the group chat boys. Keep the whole game strong. Talk Saints.
What the f?
It is the group chat podcast. I am Casey Gisclair. We've got all of the boys here. We've got Nick, we got Damien, we got Turtle, everybody in house today. The counselor will be joining us at some point during the show, hopefully without an echo. We've got a fun show coming your way today. We were about ready to make fun of Haley Sawyer of the Southern California News Group. Who knew that something from Southern California would be stupid? She was called out for appearing to make an embarrassing mistake with her Week 3 Associated Press ballot. Sawyer moved Florida up 2 spots in her AP ballot after losing to USF.
What my votes are and what my process. But as far as what my votes are and what my process is, I wake up early in the morning after covering a game late in the night before. Don't want to go too much into my process or logic, I will say I appreciate everybody's interaction on social media and all of your feedback.
So, I really was busy covering a game, and shut up, man. You had no idea that Florida lost to South Florida. You didn't do any research whatsoever, and let's just leave it at that.
Why are we still going with this AP poll crap?
After this week, we're not.
Writers who don't pay attention to the games are voting to tell you who's better than who. It doesn't make any sense.
There is one poll that matters, the Joel Klatt Top 25 poll. That is the only poll that matters to me.
It's not crawfish season. I tell you what, Sunday morning, I'm going to go wake Kim up when I get home. Hey, give me your top 25.
Right now.
And it's going to be the same exact thing as this lady right here.
Well, Tommy, you got to love this. She moved up Florida 2 spots. I mean, that's right up your wheelhouse. I'm sure you got to love this, Haley Sawyer.
I don't understand why the hell y'all are so pissed. She's just trying to give y'all a better ranked team to play against. That way when y'all win, y'all could say y'all took down a powerhouse that was Florida. Sounds like some pointless bitching.
She did go on to say, well, it's not about one game. It's about the season outlook.
Jesus.
Okay.
Does she have a message for?
Believes in power rankings. Kind of like, I think it was our last year at South Lafourche. We had a losing record, but played all the studs. So we got into the playoffs because our power ranking was amazing. Kind of the same thing with Florida. They're going to go to the BCS because their strength of schedule is so good. Just put them in because they'll compete with all the studs.
I didn't play this part, but at the end, she said, I have a message for Billy and all the team.
Yeah, message for Billy and all the players. Should there be some sort of repercussions? People make decisions based on this stuff, and the college football playoff committee, I know they'll say they don't look at the polls. They're full of it. They do. This skews stuff. And when you have a voter who, and look, it could be an honest mistake. Maybe every other week her poll is dead on. But when you just don't look to see that somebody lost and then give that explanation for what happened, that's kind of, man, I would have respected more if she was making a meme of herself and being like, hey, dude, I screwed up. That's my bad. Instead, trying to justify it just makes it look even worse.
And that lets you dig in further. How many people are doing the exact same thing that she's doing?
Right. So in 1936, the Associated Press started ranking teams because the common fan couldn't watch games across the country. Now the fans are watching the game. So maybe in 1936, they didn't know who actually won the game. They just put Army and Navy and Air Force as the top 3 teams in the country. Now we see, and that's not the case. And you can call these people out on their not even actually watching the game. You got hundreds and thousands of podcasters and writers and all that are actually watching the game. Why not let's get them a vote instead of these people?
Look at you, old 1936 Nick Knight, a science guy over here breaking out some facts. Turtle, the last time you were on the show, you were saying some mean things about women.
What?
You did.
Refresh my memory, please.
I don't exactly remember what it was. You remember what Turtle said? Something about stay in the kitchen or something like that?
Oh, he did say that.
Yeah. You did say that. We were talking about the WNBA, I think it was. You were saying something about they're not strong enough or something. You said you had a couple of hot takes that were borderline across the line, but I'm cool with it. I'm not going to assassinate you for not.
I will.
This was right after the We Want our fair share or whatever they're.
Oh yeah, and it was like, why are you women waiting so long to?
Why don't you give a message for Haley and all the voters
to bring back? Oh,
do you have a message to Haley Sawyer? Like, give us your thoughts. You've got a rep now.
I got nothing for that. I got nothing for Haley Sawyer right now.
Canelo fight this weekend.
Oh, how did that not make the agenda?
Yeah. Canelo fighting Crawford this weekend in Vegas. Just leave it open-ended. What's going to happen? We got several people that are picking Canelo in Vegas, which is why the line has now been skewed. It was about even money. Now it's like Canelo minus 170, Crawford plus 140, something like that. This is going to be a showcase of not YouTubers. This is a showcase of legitimately two of the best boxers in the world, two guys that usually have some action in their fights. What are we expecting to see this weekend in Las Vegas on Netflix when Canelo battles Bud Crawford?
I see two dudes that are going to be extremely hungry for a lifetime opportunity to win a fight of this magnitude. Prediction-wise, Canelo is going to stay away from Bud Crawford. He's going to stay away from the power for as long as he can. Canelo's been known to get in there and exchange, have that phone booth type of fight. I think kids nowadays know what a phone booth is.
Nope.
I do see Canelo winning by 3 to 4 rounds on the cards. I don't think it's going to be a knockout type of fight. I think Canelo's going to outbox him with some exciting exchanges in there because he can't stay away for 12 full rounds.
How surprised would any of you guys be if it was anything other than a 12-round decision?
I'd be very surprised.
If there's some heavy odds, I'll probably bet on that.
Okay, to be knocked down, Canelo is plus 570 just to be knocked down, not even knocked out. Crawford is plus 198 to be knocked down. Will the fight go the distance? Yes is minus 380. No is plus 270. So a knockout is like almost 3-1 either way. I didn't even look. Well, I did look, but I don't recognize the names as much as you guys maybe would. Is this a promising night of boxing? Is it a strong undercard? Or is it just, hey, we're going to see Canelo and Crawford and that's about it?
I feel like this is a primetime fight that did not get the publicity that a normal fight would because it's not Jake Paul. I haven't even looked at the undercard. And the only reason I know that it's this weekend is because I've been watching stupid crap on Netflix.
Nick said he's impressed. Got some good ones.
Got a lot of O's on this undercard. That a 29-0 versus a 19-0, a 17-0 versus a 14-0.
Somebody's O.
I don't
must
recognize
go.
any names, but it looks like they got some good fights on this card.
Why is this fight not in a metal building in Tennessee?
We actually want people to watch it.
This is not going to be on live streaming crap websites. This is actually going to be on YouTube where it might be a crap live stream.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask. Is the last time we had a major, huge event on Netflix, it was a fucking disaster. That was Paul and Tyson. It was a buffer fest. Have they learned from their errors, or is this going to be a situation where this fight won't even draw as many viewers to lock down the system? Are we going to have any technical issues this weekend?
I think they ironed that out. They've had some big events since, and this event is not going to pull the numbers that Tyson and Jake Paul did.
Isn't that sad for us to say, like, hey, we have maybe the two best pound-for-pound boxers, and they're not going to pull the number that Mike Tyson at age 60 and a YouTuber pulled? Probably not good for the sport. But anywho.
Nick's right. There's like 3 people in the entire 15-fight bout list that have losses on their record. 10 fights on the night. You got 13 undefeated fighters.
Well, that's going to be legit, dude. Like, if you are at an LSU watch party, dedicate your second TV to Netflix and watch some of the fights, man. I know Canelo and Crawford won't get into the ring until probably about 11:30, something like that. But some of that undercard action is going to be real good. One thing I noticed, Damien, and I didn't even realize this. I don't know if you know anything about this. At the Lions Recreation Center in New Orleans, there's a show this weekend. I didn't recognize any of these names. We got some pretty wonky records, but you're the boxing guy on the desk. Maybe you could help us out here if there's anything in here that stands out. It is the Louisiana Boxing and Wrestling Commission Lions Recreation Center show, Battle of the States, promoted by Mo Darthard, matchmaker Melvin Davis.
Yeah, I'm not going...
You could say it.
We're corporate now. So I know Melvin Davis. I know what he's done. I know where he's been, and I know where the Lions Center is. Safety-wise, I would not go to that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any shame of that. It looks like maybe the main event fight will be a 1-4 versus a 5-9. So maybe not the most entertaining.
I don't recognize anybody on this card.
It says Battle of the States. So maybe that's the whole thing. Nobody from our state is going to be on this card.
So the most tenured boxer on this card is Ferris Dixon Jr. You want to take a stab where Ferris Dixon Jr. is from?
Mississippi.
Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a real interesting boxing show gimmick, is you have a bunch of dudes not from Louisiana fighting in Louisiana.
Taking on Stephen Barbison from Tennessee. What's the point?
Stephen Barbison, by the way, who's 4-17, has been knocked out 16 times.
Bro, you got to hang it up.
Hey, look,
Right.
What is this? And why are we subjecting ourselves to doing this? I haven't found one person from Louisiana. Oh, this dude was born in Mexico, now lives in some area
Ice
shipyard.
baby. Doom, 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 doom.
Wayne Atlow.
What does it mean when someone has their name in all caps on BoxRec and they're from Venezuela and are living in Illinois?
Probably not the same guy.
They talk really loud.
Are you excited to see the results?
No.
Tommy's going to cover that fight in New Orleans for us.
Yeah, Tommy, we need you at the Lions Recreation Center in New Orleans this weekend, sir.
We're going to find a fishing rodeo to go to instead.
That's the reason why you're not going to Tiger Stadium, is you're instead going to Inner City New Orleans to cover fights for us. Appreciate that. Way to be a trooper.
Where exactly is the Lions Center?
Let me do a Google search real quick. I'll tell you exactly where it is. Lions
Professional boxing
Center.
promoter, matchmaker at Get It Out the Mud Boxing, spelled GETITOWTDAMUDD.
Oh, it's in the Irish Channel.
Get it out of the mud.
Not that terrible.
So you go and you let us know how that goes.
I mean, I'm not going. I'm just saying in the scheme of terribleness, it's right around Chop Yard. I mean, I've been there a few times. Nice little outdoor spot.
Guys, I got to mention, I know I hate to bring the mood down, but, with today being the day that it is, September 11th.
Where were you guys for September 11th? I was in Dennis Dewey's math class at Golden Meadow Junior High School. And like the principals and everything, they were coming in like, hey, like we're not having school today. Like it was like one of those episodes of Monday Night Raw where a wrestler died. Like, hey, the kids are having fun today. And Mr. Dewey was pissed. Like, oh, what does this have to do with any of us? Like he was very upset. God rest his soul, love him to death. So where were you guys during the 9/11 shenanigans?
I was at my home and I woke up and it was probably about noon. I go turn on ICQ, and I see Keg St. Pierre has an away message. So I'm like, let me read what this says. It says, my thoughts and prayers are with the people in New York or whatever. And I'm like, what happened? So I turn on the news, and I see all that happen. So September 11th was actually broke to me by Keg.
So he didn't have an away message that was about Boudin or Cracklands or anything?
Turning left on Homa's roads or something like that.
So that's how you knew it was a big story. It interrupted that reporting. Turtle, where were you? You're 1 year younger than me. You were also in junior high school. What was going on at LCO that day?
8th grade.
Youngins.
John Serenade. Dude, how about this elective that we had? But we were taking hunter safety.
Come on.
We did everything but the live shooting skeet test. I think we were actually in the back in the stadium. We were shooting pellet guns at paper targets. We found out on the way back from there, I want to say one of the teachers from the white temporary buildings in the back had said something to go look at the TV or whatever. Whatever it was, the next class period, it was just roll out the TV the rest of the day and nothing else is happening.
Yeah. Mr. St. Pierre?
I was late to work. This happened at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, roughly, 9, 10 o'clock, something like that.
I was on my way to Homa, late to work, and Walton and Johnson broke the news to me.
Come on.
That was back before they passed away and became woke, or however that.
Well, how does that work? Like Walton and Johnson.
Oh, Walton and Johnson's dead?
One of them.
They're woke? Like that was the most anti-Obama everything.
I don't listen. I don't know.
Pretty sure they're woke now.
Um,
or maybe they just nonstop talk politics and just bores.
How does that work? Obviously, that's like a comedy show. Did they be like, hey, we're going to stop the shtick now? Or did they report it in like 7 different voices and make a joke out of it?
They didn't make a joke out of it. I remember it being pretty serious. I think the gay guy started being straight and the cowboy guy started being whatever.
Fair enough. Tommy, where were you for 9/11, 2001?
I was a senior at Salt Lafourche, and for some reason, I think I was in like Kirby Collins's. I think I was in his math class, and we were seniors, and they wheeled out the little channel. Well, actually, no, I think he had a TV mounted on his wall, and everybody turned on like channel 1. It was like a special edition low coverage. So.
Serena Auchel broke the news to you?
No, I think it was
Riley Valverde.
I think it was Lisa Ling.
Lisa Ling.
Or what's his name? Cooper Anderson was on there.
Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, he didn't start acting straight.
Did you guys like have a lockdown at Golden Meadow? We had like a brief lockdown. The big concern on 9/11 day down here was like, oh my God, like what happens if they hit loop? They got all these oil reserves and they're hitting these different targets, and South Lafourche is right next to that. So like, did they do any sort of lockdown or anything?
Not that I recall. After lunch, we just kind of had like look, I could probably get called out on this, but I distinctly, and that's why I distinctly remember like being in the old football like complex after, because I was like a teacher aide to Nessie, for one of my classes, and I think like a bunch of us like just went in there and we started watching film. Like it was like, I know it wasn't a regular day, but I guess we didn't know the repercussions and ramifications at that said time. So
practice that day, or was everything washed out that day?
I can't remember. I don't know what day of the week that was. Do we know historically? Was that?
Nessie's not canceling practice.
I think it was like a Tuesday, or I think it was early week. I don't think it was late week.
It was our senior year, so we were running the spread. If it was the wing tee, we would have still had practice.
Does it make me less of an American that I was more pissed off yesterday than I was on 9/11?
No, I think it just makes you more of an adult because you can understand, I guess, a deeper meaning in things.
Yeah. And look, pulling it back to sports, the most infamous thing about 9/11 was, or one of the more infamous things about 9/11 was a couple days after when they reopened up Yankee Stadium and George Bush threw the strike. Is that one of the more clutch things in sports history? Like that dude said that like he was worried, sick. He threw 1 million bullpen pitches and he was like, hey man, I have to throw a strike. And then like this 65-year-old man comes up with literally the entire world watching and carves one off of the outside black like an MLB pitcher couldn't have done.
Well, the whole world was watching when he hit those 2 buildings. So,
oh, here we go. All right,
and we're back.
Fair enough.
I was just about to say how that was the most yeehaw America moment in the sports world ever. Oh, yeah. How about having a birthday on Christmas Day? And like,
fuck that.
I mean, you only get one day, like,
and no one gives a that it's your birthday.
Exactly. That's why my father-in-law is so grumpy sometimes.
Oh, Jesus.
I have a first cousin has a Christmas and I have an uncle, and it's always like, Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, happy birthday. Talking to the mic, Junior. Like, it's never a big thing. I kind of feel bad about that.
So I remember back in the day when people just got hurt and got carted off and there wasn't this
after what I saw
ceremony.
This week, no, I don't remember that because
Jeez,
God damn
ceremony.
Take a lick and get in the cart. You're right over there, Turtle.
I'm still laughing at the ceremony.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, man. I stubbed my toe. I don't get a freaking seance in my house.
I really hope that guy's not hurt bad now after we're making fun of him.
No, I watched the play before I said it. The dude tore his knee up. Bro, you're not Darvin Ham. What is that idiot's name in Buffalo?
Damar Hamlin that ruined
Hamlin.
My fantasy football championship? Yeah.
Remember the images of Damar Hamlin? Like, oh, he was fine. And then they show him in the press box like he's
something
Nick,
super
what's that
fishy about
stupid game that you picked that Howie Mandel was the
Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, like he's the banker in Deal or No Deal. Oh, look at Damar in the suite.
I always like the memes that Damar Hamlin came back from death before Michael Thomas came back from turf.
That's something that people need to look into because there's no way this dude's real. Like this guy died that day, and he's a hologram now. It's like Paul.
He's a Biden robot.
That's all for us today on the Group Chat Podcast. We want to thank you guys for listening. For Turtle and Nick and Damien and Tommy across the way, this is Casey signing off. Adios, amigo.
Good boy.
The alpha's in the room. The rest of y'all just sitting scared.